Known each other since the age of about 14, which was about 20 years ago? 20 years ago. Yeah. At least, thank you for the laughter. Thank you there, that's appreciated. Okay, so I was white, Natasha was black. I would give Natasha a full title. She is a Women's International Master as well. And I merely haven't played chess for the last 20 years, as we're about to find out. So, E4. Knight C3, what's this called? Knight C3 instead of Knight F3, which would be the normal play game. Vienna, fantastic. Now Vienna, it looks as if it's a bit of a passive opening, but it's not, it's quite aggressive.
I didn't mind it that Joe had played the Vienna because I used to play the Alekines for about 20 years, and so I got into a lot of Viennas before.
So, Knight F6. Bishop C4.
And then I forgot the move. But normally black would do this, it can get quite tactical.
It can get very tactical because taking the pawn there, and the question is, do you take back and allow the fork, or would you just play bishop takes?
Or even some people have been doing that against me recently.
Which would take it to an endgame very quickly.
Can do, yeah. And
oh no, Knight D6,
it's like this.
Bishop
Win
E3.
D5, and it's an endgame.
Which one?
Win D5, and then it's going very quickly to an endgame.
Yeah, and we like our end games.
I love my endgames, as we're about to find out. But instead, Natasha played it relatively quietly and played Bishop E7. Again, it looks a bit of a passive move. That's mainly because it is a passive move. Sorry. I was toying with the idea of just playing F4 straight away. Let's get the attacking in. The whole point of the Vienna is to defend this pawn and then just push in F4 straight away. Instead, D3. I think you played Knight C6. Knight C6. And then F4. So being aggressive. The aim of this really, if anyone plays the King's Gambit, which apparently juniors don't do anymore, when I was you guys' age, we were ultra aggressive, playing the King's Gambit, something really exciting. No one apparently does it anymore. This is a kind of delayed King's Gambit. Slightly more sound than the normal.
I had a very nice, a very interesting King's Gambit today with Etan Ilfield, and we had a post-mortem afterwards and we couldn't make head or tail of the position because there was so much going on. So it's worth trying from time to time.
Oh, you took it?
Yes,
Yeah.
because I wanted to get the bishop pair. This was the plan.
Oh, the plan to get the bishop pair, which is always good. If you've got the bishop pair against a bishop and a knight, the bishop pair is generally stronger. So again, you've got to bear that in mind. Bishop takes the pawn.
And then I strayed away, I think. For my
You did, Knight A5.
Knight A5 to try and swap that bishop for this knight.
Actually, sorry, no, you didn't. You played D6.
First, but you'll be able to get.
And then Knight F3, and have a guess what the next move is. Oh no, sorry, Knight A5. And the aim of this is to get rid of this bishop. This bishop can be a bit pesky because of where it's aiming for. And the aim then is for black to get the bishop pair in compensation. So that really is the idea here. I move my bishop back.
And I
Take it off. I play A6. So how are we doing in this position? I mean, it looks quite dull at the moment, to be honest. There's nothing particularly exciting going on, but the whole point of the Vienna is I've now got the open F file, and I'd like to do something with it. What did you play? I think you played castle. You played castles, yeah. And I thought, I want my rook on the F file, so I'm going to castle as well.
And I got have this out.
Again, just natural developing moves here. The bishop needed to come out somewhere. Bishop G5, fairly logical move to play, pinning the knight to the queen. I don't like that pin, so I played Queen D2.
Yeah. And I copied Joe and played Queen D7. Now, actually, I was thinking during the game, are we going to be going for a last round quick draw because we've known each other a long time? But I didn't quite want to offer the draw yet, and Joe doesn't go for quick draws.
I don't go for quick draws.
Joe's all out attacking, as you'll see.
And I thought, I personally don't like this Queen D7 move. I think it's restricting the bishop too much, and I think there are more interesting things to do in just throwing some pawns in the centre. So I thought, okay, what shall I do now? And then I just thought, h3. Let's embarrass this bishop a little bit. This bishop could potentially get into quite a lot of trouble because it's got 2 squares to go. Actually, it's got 3 squares to go. It can either take, in which case giving up the bishop pair, which black has so fought for so long. It can go to h5, or it could go to e6. So bishop e6, what's the move for white to play? Oh, yeah, no, sorry. If bishop e6, if bishop goes here, what's white going to do? Just to keep the position active. Yes.
Knight g5.
Knight g5. Do you know, I was thinking of that. The problem I've got with knight g5 is after it gets kicked away, knight takes, pawn takes, and then this against the open f-file isn't really that good. But I like your thinking. Did I hit pawn d4? Oh no. I think pawn d4, I'd have gone pawn d4, just pushing the pawn up and throwing open the position as much as possible. And then the bishop's got a bit of a problem because the queen's got to move at some stage. And I think this is getting a bit more aggressive as far as white's concerned. So I think that is probably the better move. And then I thought, okay, where's a nice square for my pieces? Again, this looks like quite a passive position. So the question here really is, which is my piece I want to improve most? And here it was the knight on f3. Let's get it to d4 and get it into this square. Fairly obviously, bishop g6, bishop g5, and then the rather dull, sorry.
Well, I did this, a6, because I wanted to activate this rook and get it along on an open file. So it was just so that this one wouldn't get taken off.
So, it looks like quite a dull position. We've just developed our pieces. I think white's a little bit more active. What is white's idea? Someone under the age of 12.
Because only people under the age of 12 would have that idea.
Yes. Go on.
It is probably not right, but if you play bishop h6,
Yeah. Pawn takes.
Trying to wreck the castle maybe, then be a bit.
No. Not a bad idea.
I was thinking then.
Yes.
Get rid of the developed pieces.
Okay. What's the move? What are the moves for white? Need some moves. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Rook takes f6. Are you sure? Correct. Yeah, I actually played bishop takes first. Because if rook takes, then the bishop takes, and you've got the same problem. Bishop takes, pawn takes. I'm giving up the exchange. Now I'm going to tell you, all the juniors, I calculated the next 7 or 8 moves perfectly at this point in time. Definitely, no question about it. Yeah, reality is I didn't. Right, let's continue. I'm white, I'm attacking, I'm just going to do the natural instinctive moves.
But before we do,
Yeah.
what do people think of this sacrifice?
Terrible.
Because I thought, yeah, I must admit, I thought this would be
Terrible.
certainly at least possible to defend. And I didn't believe your sack, I must say.
Which is
Although
very...
I thought it was tricky for a, because we're playing like a quick game, that is, I have to be very, very accurate for a long time. Yeah.
This is the great thing, when you're under a lot of time pressure, we both were, we don't have much time on the clock, is if you put your opponent under pressure, as my previous opponents actually then discovered as well, to get to me to this position, if you put them under pressure, they're more likely to blunder and make mistakes. And that's what I was actually counting on. I thought at very worst, I could win a pawn. I think I'm going to win this pawn. Then I'd be the exchange and a pawn up, and I thought I'd be doing okay, and Natasha would have been sweating blood and tears trying to get the most accurate moves. So I don't think this is entirely sound, but I think it's good fun. So, white's next move. Yes. Queen h6, fantastic. If you don't do queen h6, the king's going to come to g7, and then there might be a bit of a problem, because you can't get into the position. c6. Now the aim of c6 is to stop the knight coming in here. So this knight on c3 is a bit of a useless piece now, because it was going to come into d5 and threaten the fork of the king and the queen. It was going to be a great piece, and now that's just all over. Okay, white's next move. I already heard it, rook f1, yes. Rook f1, let's keep the pressure on. Rook f1, attacking the pawn. And again, another great move from Natasha, rook fe8. This does two things. First of all, it gets the queen allowed to get into this kind of square if necessary. And secondly, it gives the king a possible escape route in the event of the queen coming down here at some stage.
And my other plan, which I never really got to do, was to come round there and try and chase that queen out of the way. But I didn't manage that one.
Which is quite scary as far as white's concerned, because if the rook comes here and round, white's attack is all over. Okay, you're white, you're attacking, aggressive. What's the move? I'm a bit one. I've heard moves which are not what I played, and I'm not guaranteeing this is the correct next move. Go on in.
Rook takes a pawn on f6.
Okay, given I've heard this twice, let's have a look at rook f takes f6. I can't quite see what the next follow-up is going to be here.
Yeah. I was thinking that I would perhaps play that one.
And then it's quite difficult to find the follow-up. And I must admit, I like these double pawns for black, because I think they hem the bishop in. One of my little ideas, at the appropriate time, is to do this. Because if I can get this move in, I've won the bishop back and I've still got my attack going.
But you can't do it.
I can't do it yet because of queen.
Because I'll be able to bring my queen in, and perhaps I can force this queen the other way.
So as soon as the queen comes off that square and comes in here, it could potentially come round. So, another move. Go on in. Rook f4. Do you know, oh yeah, that's a great move. That is also a great move. Because it's threatening coming in, and the timing of this is all critical. I'm going to give you rook f4. That's not the move I played. Yes. Knight f5. Yes, knight f5 is what I played. Again, I'm not convinced this is necessarily the correct move. Bishop takes is forced. And then I thought, actually, I'm just going to do pawn takes. Not the rook takes. Because if the rook takes, then Natasha can get her queen into e7 and to f8. And then I think my attack essentially is all over, because this knight can't join in. You need 3 pieces to attack your opponent's king.
Yeah, but she doesn't have the time, so queen e7, rook h5.
No, I had a solution to this.
Maybe there are other ways, but it's...
No, what's the...
But it's not queen e7.
No, it's not queen e7. Oh, sorry, rook e5, sorry.
Better.
Yeah. And then it's very difficult
And
to
then
see.
if you take, then I think I can do that.
Yeah. Because the knight is not in on the attack. Sorry, thank you. So I played takes, and then again Natasha found a fantastic move of queen e7. This is such an annoying move, as you're about to discover. And I think it actually demonstrates that this is actually fine for black. But let's continue the attack for white. We're aggressive. We're going to do it. What's the move for white? I was thinking of 2 moves. Yes. Rook f3. That was one of my moves.
See, this one I think I can draw if I want to.
Yes.
With that move. With the
Now, the problem I had with rook f3, yeah, there's check and then back again. The problem with rook f3 is I actually want to get my rook on the h file, because if I can do this, So therefore rook f4 is the move I played. King h8, a brilliant prophylactic move. So what that means is at some stage this is going to have to be played. I've got loads of checks coming in, and that is a great saving move. No, didn't do it then, did you? Oh, you did. Yeah, you did. Because if rook here, what's the move to play for black? No, something slightly better.
Oh.
Yes.
Queen E1.
No, queen e1, check, king h2. There's a better move.
Yeah.
Queen e3, check. Oh dear.
That would be depressing.
And then the attack just fizzles out. And then you're the exchange up as black. So I couldn't do that. So the
You
move.
did a good move.
So I did a good move instead.
Let's go.
What's my good move?
G4.
No, g4 is too slow. Stops them coming across. Yes. Knight e4. Well done, that man, for listening. You need 3 pieces in the attack. 1, 2, 3. Knight coming in. So after knight e4, rook g8. Again, the perfect defence from Natasha. I was going nuts at this stage, going, how on earth is she finding every single move to accurately defend? Until this moment.
Until this.
So, what's the move for white to play? Rook h4. Correct? Black's only defence is this. Now we're about to discover that white's plan is not quite as sound as I was once hoping.
Move for white.
Okay, move for white. Yes. Say again? Knight takes f6.
This
Brilliant
is
move. Genius move. That is the best move I thought on the board at that time. Right up until the point of time Natasha then played, because it looks quite strong, doesn't it? This is just all falling apart, etc., etc. But again, black has got the activity going on.
I had prepared a defence based on taking this pawn and defending.
So, now you're black, because black is doing very well in this position, thank you very much. And this sacrifice is therefore unsound. Worth doing, but Natasha did find the perfect moves. Okay,
Queen to E3.
ooh,
Can't do that because
because of the queen takes.
taken.
Okay, yes. Queen e1 check. King h2, what's the next move? Quick, quick, quick.
Queen H1.
No, because the queen takes queen. Next move.
Queen E5.
Queen e5.
No!
That's what
That's
I
what
played.
she's played.
That's what I played.
I should point out, I'll give you a bit of a clue here, because when Natasha played Queen E1, I said, oops.
At which
because
point I should have studied the board very, very carefully. There's something happening.
No, Queen G3
Now
check.
this would have been the defence.
That's not just a defence.
It's
King
a
H1.
counter-attack.
Queen takes mate.
I missed it. Okay.
But that did happen.
And that didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
Unfortunately, Natasha played Queen here. And I've only got one choice and to do this. And I managed to scrape away from this position. So, the conclusion I've come to is that even women international masters make mistakes and can't stop mate in 2. So when you're next playing a game and you missed a mate in 2, just think Natasha's also done the same. I missed this completely, and I was very, very lucky to escape with a win, although I made a lot of hard work in it. But I do like the sacrifice exchange sacks rule, even if they're unsound. There you go. Thank you.